1. Don't make promises. If you promise, keep them. Think back to how often you have made rash promises under pressure from others. A manipulator will purposely push you to make rash promises and then exploit your feelings of guilt. Just don't make promises, but if you promise, keep them. Then next time you will think twice before making unnecessary commitments. 2. Don't ask, stay out of it. It often happens that we, guided by good intentions, make things worse. We all know where good intentions lead. We just weren't asked for help. Then our efforts are taken for granted. It's even worse when another person asks instead of one. If it seems obvious to you that a person needs help, take the opportunity to ask them if they are ready to accept it from you. 3. Don't refuse a request. Any request implies gratitude. Manipulators tend to make empty promises or forget about favors. You complete the request, but do not hesitate to ask for a return favor, perhaps even in advance. 4. Live in the present, not the past or future. One of the most important laws, it helps to easily break down the manipulation of past comparisons to you. We never want to be worse than ourselves. This is often taken advantage of by other people. For example, the manipulation, "you weren't like this before," is easily destroyed by, "you used to be before." Promises of a sweet future, promises of half of the skin of an unkilled bear instantly stop after the question. "So it will be later, but what now exactly do you offer?" 5. Don't set a goal, it should serve as a beacon. If a goal is set incorrectly, there is devastation once it is achieved. Most likely, that goal was imposed on you from the outside. Therefore, always ask yourself and people the question, then what? 6. Don't get attached. How often do we get attached to a person, object, or activity? How strong can that attachment be without jeopardizing our sanity? What void in your mind are you trying to fill with this attachment? The answer to this question is different for everyone. Just remember one thing, you can be easily blackmailed with these emotional ties. 7. Stay out of the way. This phrase can work real miracles. The main thing is to say it before you start to feel irritation. 8. Nature has no bad weather. This law teaches you to use every opportunity, including your blunders. There is no such thing as defeat, only feedback. Thus, many people around you will be happy to remind you of your failures or complain about how bad things are around you. It's easy to influence your mood with this approach. In such cases, remember, there is no such thing as bad or good, there is only your attitude. 9. Do not judge, do not criticize. Sometimes it is very hard to restrain yourself and not to criticize other people. Only criticism is not necessary for anyone, neither you, nor those around you. Remember this. When you will once again be judged, listen, but do not criticize in response. For example, you can ask questions like, "What does this mean? How do you propose to change this situation? Why do you think that only your assessment of the situation is correct?" 10. Don't pass on information without making it your experience, skill, ability. If you don't verify the information you pass on, you stop being believed. This will be gladly used by your enemies. When communicating with people, clarify exactly how they verified the information they give you. 11. Everywhere and always ask permission, because it will protect you from unnecessary efforts and create an image of a polite person. Because you do not violate other people's boundaries and at the same time point out your own. Only ask with inner confidence, such as offering your help. These laws create a mental shield against manipulation of your mind and help you to defend your boundaries. Use them with a smile.